coverage of Interop is brought to you by HP Networking. Change the rules to enable the cloud. Also brought to you by Citrix and GoToMeeting. Go over to GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free Now button, and enter in the word podcast for a 30-day free trial. And also Telestream and Wirecast. Produce your show straight from your computer right to the internet with Wirecast. Geekazine is a proud member of the TechPodcast.com network. If it's tech, it's here.
Hi, I'm Matthew Norwood from InSearchOfTech.com, here in association with Geekazine, talking about HP Networking, and here with Kaushik Bhatt from HP Networking, and he's going to talk to us about the new Flex Branch solution from HP. So, Kaushik, why don't you tell us what you're going to show us today?
Okay. Thank you, Matthew. What we're going to talk today is about Flex Branch solution. Yesterday, as you might have heard, we announced a new architecture. It's a Flex Network architecture which has got 3 pillars to it. A Flex Fabric, which converges connectivity in the data center, and Flex Campus, which converges wired and wireless connectivity in the campus, and Flex Branch, which converges connectivity and services to bring in near LAN-like experience, campus user experience to the branch users. So that's what I'm going to show you today in terms of the demo here, how we bring it all together. And the key component of all this, our Flex Branch solution, is our Alliance One program, wherein we have a number of industry-leading partners who have developed their solution and put it on our chassis platform, open platform here, our E5400 switch chassis, to deliver that services and deliver agile business capabilities in the branch.
All right, so we're going to see the maybe the riverbed, the WAN optimization piece?
Yes,
all right.
Exactly. Let me explain this, what we have done, the way we have set it up here. So what we have here is a branch office solution. In the branch, what you see is an equipment. We got some riverbed optimization solution here, Blade. There's also at the bottom is riverbed appliance solution, which resides in the data center. And we have a WAN simulator here, and it is set to a very long delay, just like a normal WAN would function. So what I'm going to do is I've created a dummy file and created it on that particular machine. This is a laptop that is residing in the branch office, whereas this particular application here is remoting into the data center. So what I'm going to do is drag and drop a file, a large file, from a data center to a branch desktop, right? And the first time it goes through, you are not optimizing the WAN, so what you see is a significant delay. A normal experience a branch user would get, but cold transfer. So once that is done, I'm going to delete the file and then show you when the WAN optimization kicks in, the warm transfer, how quickly and efficient it is, and near LAN-like experience for a user. Okay, that's what I'm going to show.
All right, so this is looks like a 1 meg file, and this is the actual cold transfer going on here. All right, so the file's actually copying over and waiting for it to complete. And here it goes.
As you can see, there is a significant delay.
Right.
As a normal user,
sure.
You can see a lot of users in the branch complaining about performance, drop connectivity,
sure,
etc.
absolutely.
There's a live example of how.
Right, because we're simulating a 256K link with 50 millisecond round trip latency, so even less than, you know, like 1/6 of an actual T1. So looks like the cold transfer's done. All right. So you're going to remove it, and it should be cached on both ends of the steel heads. And so now you'll do another warm transfer. And a lot faster, 256K link, a fraction of the time that it took, which is, again, I can personally attest to the power of the steel heads. I use them in my corporate network. I know they're very popular. What can you tell me about, a little bit more about the switch here? I see we've got your standard,
right.
you know, copper ports.
Yeah. Yes, this is a E5400 flagship chassis that we have, a open modular chassis. It's a 6-slot chassis. We also have a 12-slot version of this. What it has is different kinds of, it's a scalable platform in terms of the performance, in terms of functionality, as well as connectivity. It can do 10, 100, 1 gig connectivity, as well as wireless connectivity. You can put in the controller module in it, and we have security built into it. We have and management with a unified single plane management that we can do. Also, we have services ZL module on which all the Alliance One partner solutions are loaded. For example, here we have Riverbed module. Here we have Avaya SIP session border controller. As an example here, we also have Microsoft Link-based voice over IP solution. And similarly, we can have on those similar modules firewall services solutions from Fortinet, network management solution from NetScout. We can also have video on demand from vBreak. So there are many applications like that that we can load onto this particular chassis. So the user benefit of this is one chassis for all your solutions and services. You are reducing the carbon IT footprint in the branch, all remotely managed, so you don't need to have local IT, which is one of the challenges in the branch. And then it also has the performance enhancement because of these integrated services. So there are 3 key benefits of our Flex branch. You integrate to make it all work together. You optimize it and enhance the performance, and you unify the management so that it can be remotely managed. So those are the 3 key benefits of our Flex branch solution.
So I'm a numbers guy. I'm more of a on the nerdier side. So I'm curious. Ballpark, how many access points can this thing support? I realize in some branches are larger than others. So kind of what can we see in terms of AP support on this for this particular model? Okay.
So the support of the model goes not so much on the chassis, but on the controller modules that you use, right? Our controller modules can support up to 256. This is more designed, this chassis is designed for enterprise or mid-sized company, larger companies, right? But this has PoE, PoE plus. So in a typical branch, if you're looking at 20 people, 5 people, 15 people, 50, 100, we can scale up with just managing the controller residing in the enterprise data center, but you're having access points directly plugged in through PoE ports on this. So anywhere, if it's a 100-person branch, then you're looking more like 8 to 12 access points, right? So that there is not much for efficient and the performance that we need. We also have one of our latest access point that we introduced yesterday, which is 11N, one of the industry first access point that does on each of the radio ports, we do 450 megabits per second. So with 2 dual radio ports in each access point, we can do near gigabit connectivity for the branch users.
Okay, so it sounds like it can pretty much meet the needs of pretty much any size branch out there within reason. Yeah. But it sounds like it can easily handle 12 APs. It looks like we've got 8 slots here, or 6 slots, excuse me. Slots. So we can load this thing up with copper ports if we want. Exactly. Or all the various modules you have. And I think we were talking earlier before we started filming, but this is a full-blown version of an actual Microsoft Link server. This is not a lightweight. This is a full-blown instance. On the Steelhead side, for Riverbed, do we have these actually tiered to different sizes? Because on the actual appliances, I know it depends on throughput. Right. Is this a one-size-fits-all, or can it? This is
currently we have only one module. Currently we have one-size-fits-all in this particular case. If we want different varying levels, then we go into the appliance model. But what we have is a 1050, which is one of the modules appliance equivalent of 1050 of Riverbed.
So it sounds like with maybe the real value in this is not so much you're doing copper and wireless, but all the actual third-party integration that you can get with all the partners you're working with. Right.
Yeah. The value is that you have all the services, LAN, WAN, wireless services, all integrated together in this, and it gives you because of the modular nature, it gives you the flexibility. And this is also one of the chassis that does the first energy efficient Ethernet. That means all the port level, if it is not utilized in the branch, for example, in the evenings, employees go back home, right? Then it's not used. It auto shuts down or goes to a power saving mode. So thereby, in comparison, it's roughly 35% less power consuming as opposed to a standard switch module. So it not only does at the port level, also at the ASIC level internally, it shuts down some of the operations depending upon the usage level.
And last thing, I guess we should point out that all this can be managed through IMC.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So our key thing in the architecture, what we have defined is flex management. It's a single pane management through IMC that can be managed from data center all the way to the branch, and all these elements that we see with E5400.
Well, I appreciate you going over this for us. And
all right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. This is Matthew Norwood from InSearchOfTech.com, here with Geekazine, talking to Kaushik Bhatt from HP Networking, and we were just talking about the actual Flex Branch solution. So thank you again for going over that with us.
Right.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Geekazine coverage of Interop is brought to you by HP Networking. Change the rules to enable the cloud. Also brought to you by Citrix and GoToMeeting. Go over to GoToMeeting.com, click the Try It Free Now button, and enter in the word podcast for a 30-day free trial. And also Telestream and Wirecast. Produce your show straight from your computer right to the internet with Wirecast. Geekazine is a proud member of the TechPodcast.com network. If it's tech, it's here.